Hey guys, what's going on? This is Brian with Games Under Pressure. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a game that is not out yet. It's not going to be out until summer, but it's called Rocket League, and it's in beta right now. It's a closed beta. This is a follow-up to, I'm going to try to remember the name, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars, I believe, which came out on the PlayStation 3 in 2008. And this is a really a fun game, and I gotta say, this is one of the most fun games I've played on my PlayStation 4. I didn't know a lot about this going into it, but having played it, it's awesome. It is really cool. And keep in mind, before I start explaining all of this and showing you a match, this is in beta. It's a closed beta, and it's not going to launch for a few months. So what you're seeing now probably will change. If you're seeing little glitches, little hiccups, whatever the case is, that it will probably be ironed out. So what is this game? It's actually fairly simple. It's basically soccer or football if you're not in the US with rocket cars. That sounds weird, but in practice it's actually really intuitive and really fun. So you can see that there's this big ball, and it's very much like soccer. You have goals on both ends that are color-coded to your cars. So the blue will try to get the ball in the orange, and the orange will try to get the ball into the blue goal. You have this car which does a few different things. You have a boost, and you can see the boost in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. The boost can be refilled by running over little power-ups on the course there. Then you can use the boost to hit that ball. If you boost into the ball, it moves a little bit faster. You get a little bit extra velocity on that ball. You can also jump your car. You can just jump it right into the air, and even when you're in the air, use that boost again to navigate in the air. So a lot of the time, as with soccer, the ball is going to not just stay on the ground, it's going to be airborne as well. So by jumping and timing the ball, you can hopefully get a clean shot on it. Also making things interesting is the arena that you're in. There are little half-pipe looking ramps on almost every single surface, meaning that if you want to, you can go airborne, you can knock other cars out of the way like I just demonstrated, and you can go up to where the ball is. So when you're in the air, you actually have another option too. You can jump and then twist your car midair, which means that you can direct the ball to a very specific area, or you can put a little bit more velocity on your shot. All of these systems combine into an incredibly intuitive game. I never played the original, and I jumped into this, didn't know what to expect, just did matchmaking, and within a few seconds, I just intuitively understood the game's mechanics. And as a matter of fact, that first game, I actually got the game-saving goal. So I won the game for the team, having never played the original. It's just super accessible. It's very arcadey. This is a perfect example of a game that, on the surface, it doesn't seem super deep. But once you get into it, and once you start strategizing and you start working with your team, it actually the depth opens up. Matches are typically structured 3 versus 3, 2 versus 2, or 1 versus 1 in a duel. And my experience, the matches are pretty even, and there aren't a whole heck of a lot of people playing this because it is beta, it's a closed beta, so just the general selection of opponents is pretty slim. But I gotta say, the people that are playing this, the matchmaking system does a really good job of pairing people up. This was a little bit of an anomaly, this match, because as you'll see moving forward, we really blew out this team. I think we got 9 points in this game, but that was the exception to the rule. Most of the games were very close, and that's really what makes this game so much fun, is just how close these games are. So there were, in the course of probably 2 hours of me playing it, there were 3 or 4 matches that came down to the final 5-6 seconds or so that were won or lost in those last few seconds. And that really contributes to the game's arcadey feel. When the game is that close, when it comes down to the last few seconds, you just want nothing more than to rematch the players that you were playing against, and you just want to jump right back in. I had originally only set aside 20 or 30 minutes to play this game, and then before I knew it, an hour and a half had passed. I didn't even know it. But this game, it's just one of those, okay, one more match, one more match, one more match kind of games. I've got to also say that the game looks really nice. It runs at a very solid clip. I'd never experienced any slowdown, and the game in motion doesn't really do it justice, believe it or not. I mean, it moves so quickly that you can't stop to admire a lot of the small touches, but there are individual blades of grass on this arena, and they move in different directions. I mean, it is a really gorgeous game. You get some very neat lighting effects. If you look, there is a mist, a fog that's sort of rolling through the inside of the stadium. The light plays in very interesting ways. You can see the sun in the distance there. It plays in interesting ways on the arena top, so the light will refract and reflect even onto the play field. So for a game that is sort of as simple in concept as Rocket League is, they put a lot of effort into it, and I'm very, very impressed. Something that was completely unexpected. This game is just fun. That's the only way that I really can describe it. It's accessible, it is intuitive, and it's just fun. I can really see this being a pick up and play kind of game. The matches are only a few minutes long, so it's something that you can jump in and out of. Just in the time that I've been playing it, I've also found that I've gotten much better at it than when I started. So that leads me to believe that there is enough depth there to keep people coming back. So I think that's going to be the real test as well. Just how much more depth can they build into this game before launch? I know there are going to be a few more arenas. They were talking about some customizable car options. The matchmaking seems really good. Everything in here that's on offer right now, it doesn't feel like a beta, to be totally honest. I mean, it feels really, really polished. I haven't encountered any glitches, any weirdness, any performance problems. It's been super rock solid. So I really can't wait to play the final retail version of this game. This totally came out of nowhere for me, and it's blowing me away. I absolutely love it. This will be a day one purchase for me for sure. I gotta say, this is actually some of the most fun I've had on the PlayStation 4, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of really fun games out there, but I don't know, there's something about the simplicity of this game and just the craziness of the concept. I mean, it's really bonkers crazy, but it's just a lot of fun. So I'm gonna let the match finish out. You can check out. I think I think I score 1 or 2 more goals here too. So that's the reason I picked this video. I was actually pretty good in this. So as I mentioned, this game is coming out on the PlayStation 4. It's also going to be released on the PC. So if you're not a console gamer, you want to get this on PC, fear not, you will be able to. I'm curious to play this game in 4K. I think that would be really cool because performance-wise, it's a stunner on the PlayStation 4. So be curious to see. If you guys liked this video, and I hope you did, if you liked it, I would really appreciate a subscription. That is going to allow me to keep bringing you videos like this. Also, don't miss our new little series coming up called Maxed, where we're going to play almost every single big budget AAA PC game, and even some smaller games, on the PC, in 4K, at ultra settings, 60 frames a second, just everything maxed. That's the whole point of the video, is just everything maxed. We're going to be doing one video every single day, so definitely check that out. We're going to have some really cool videos starting a little bit later this week, probably Friday, and then from there on out. So if you have any recommendations, any requests, games that you'd like to see running in the way that they were intended, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you're going to pick this game up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.